The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello. Welcome to Leaving Today podcast, episode number 165. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Actually, it's this night because we're doing something new. It is 2023 and we are live. I'm going to do a live take here. We're going to take in some listeners. Hopefully they can join us on the fun. These are the beauties you miss when I can edit things out. Okay, so my name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here. Sitting to the right of me is the Trailmaster of Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. And the other co-host, she is on the phone. It is the game changer herself, Jess.
Hello.
Hey.
Can you-
Yeah, I can hear you. A little delayed. Okay. This is all brand new for us, so we may have to work the kinks out. But we are in the middle of a storm here in California where we have a drought going on, but we have a storm, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hey, if this is your first time listening to us, we're a lot more organized than this. But, hey.
No, we're not.
We do find that actually you'll if you enjoy Disneyland talk, Disneyland complaining, whatever, rides, food, this is the show for you. We like to keep it pretty chill here, but we're pretty honest podcast here tonight. So actually, if you want to learn more about the show, you can find us on leavingtodaypodcast.com. Click on the links. We make it very simple for you to join. We have a Patreon link in there. $1, $3, and $5. So do that. Also, we have T Public, and thank you, Ken, for buying some shirts.
Oh yeah, that was a great surprise to see. You saw that, right, Jess?
I did not.
Oh,
I sent it in our group chat.
she probably missed it. She likes to silence our group chat all the time. She's like, I don't want to talk to them.
Oh yeah. Really?
Oh, hush.
No, Ken has a shirt. One is the Tropical Hideaway shirt, and the other shirt is you.
Yep.
Yes, I did see that. Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yep.
That's
Another
so
one.
Cool. I love that.
Can I get a photo credit on that thing? I want a photo credit for it.
Well, I'm the one that made it.
I know, but I'm the one who took the picture.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can.
And then
Can I get a photo credit? It's my face.
no, it's your attitude is the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true.
What most people don't know about that picture, in her other hand was a half-drunk bottle or a full glass or a half glass that had already been drunk halfway down a mimosa. So a lot of people don't know that.
Oh, so yeah, it was a mimosa.
Yeah, we were having breakfast
That's right.
that day. We were eating pancakes and mimosas, and that was a lot of attitude that day. It was fun, though.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to kick off 2023 doing this format here. There's a lot of news to get through. We're going to talk about some of our predictions for 2023. We're also going to talk about some of our highlights of 2022, if there were any. I'm sure Jess has some.
Yep.
Probably have one or two.
I don't.
Udi, will you must...
All our low lights. I have
Low lights?
No,
That's fine.
I'm kidding.
That's totally fine.
I went to the park in 2022.
Jess, do you have an opening question at all? Anyone have an opening question tonight?
Do I have an opening question?
Yes. That we can tackle.
If you could burn down one structure in Disneyland,
Hey. Too soon. No. Here, I've got the opening question. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How would you react the first time walking into Club 33? Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
How would you react?
I'm probably going to pass out.
Okay, so let me tell people why, because I don't think a lot of people know. Jess, through the graces of Carrie from Castle Life Creations.
Yes.
Shout out to her. She is an amazing individual, and her shop is opening up this Sunday, I think. It'll be after this comes out. But
yeah,
if you guys don't know about her, Castle Life Creations, her stuff is amazing. I think we have a picture. I've got one of their sweatshirts.
I do.
Thank you,
Yeah, Jess got me one, the Adventureland one.
Yep, and I've got my home one. And anyway, so
my daughter got one for Christmas. My other daughter got her one.
Nice. So anyway, so because of a wonderful her graciousness and just kindness, Jess is now going to be going to. Has an invite and a reservation for Club 33, which is in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, on the 28th.
There you go.
Yep.
How stoked are you?
I'll be honest.
She's gonna peer pants.
I'm very excited.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't feel real. Like, I don't think it'll be real until I walk in the door and I see that staircase that all of us have, that's been hidden from all of us all these years.
Oh, the Court of Angels.
The Court of Angels. Yep. Did you pick out your dress yet?
No, I need to pick out a dress because I want to dress all fancy.
Right.
Does the menu change there every night? Or is it pretty consistent?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
I know nothing about this.
So what you need to do when you go in there is after you get over the whole, the anxiety and the happiness and the whatever you got after you picked yourself up off the floor from fainting, then crying, then you just need to run around recording and interviewing everybody like, so, how long have you worked here? So, does the menu change every week? So... No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I think there's a little bit of etiquette there, right? They don't want you taking pictures.
I would hope.
And things.
You can take pictures. You cannot do video.
Okay.
So no FaceTiming?
Nope. No video calling. Nothing.
Okay. All right.
I was hoping for that. I was really can you do like the pocket one? Just pull your phone out of your little handbag and just like turn it on and just. Be nonchalant.
Right.
No, I don't want you to get kicked out. But
I don't want to get kicked out.
No, you won't get kicked out.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not, but I am.
Okay.
But I'm not. But anyway.
Okay, well, so that's kind of the opening question is how she's going to react. I mean, I would probably have...
How would you react, Mark?
First thing, I would be... I would be honest, I'd have some anxiety going into that.
Yep.
But I'd be very respectful, and I would be... its importance isn't lost on me, so I'd be very respectful and just taking my time, looking at everything, not touching anything. I mean, unless they say, "Yeah, you go ahead and pick that thing up" or whatever. But I would just be maybe I'll take some pictures here and there. But I would just be very appreciative of, oh my gosh, this is a great opportunity to do this, and I would just whatever I thought was on the menu that I wanted, I would get. I mean, I wouldn't care about the price or if there's just
wow, that is on record. Mark doesn't care about the price.
I know.
Wow.
And the good thing, everybody who's on here is listening good, and then anybody who's going to listen to the recorded version of that, put that down.
Yeah, no, and that's very well played, Jess.
I mean, I'm the same way. I'm going this weekend with my family.
To Disneyland, not Club 33.
No, to Disneyland.
Wait, you're leaving tomorrow or day after? Tomorrow?
Friday. I'm not going to spend any money this trip because I don't need any regular merch. I'm saving all of my money because I want to buy all of the merch from Club 33, and the dinner's probably for one person is going to be like $200, $250.
Yeah.
And
times like that, you just got to go for it. I wouldn't even. I mean,
it's a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
unless she can invite us all three to come.
Yeah, no, unless that can happen, and then I don't know. I mean, I'm very happy for you. I mean,
Me too.
you have that thing of I'm not even jealous about it. I'm not.
No.
I'm just really knowing. Okay, and here's where I come from. Knowing what the park and Disney means to Jess, I'm not saying it wouldn't mean a lot to you or I.
Yeah.
But when everybody understands, and if you guys know, and you guys have been listening long enough, you guys will all understand what Disney means to Jess.
Sure.
So if any of the three of us of our trio, if we get to pick one.
Yeah, I would
pick her.
I would too.
I would pick her because I think the understanding and the depth and the memory and the whole thing. Not saying that again that it wouldn't be lost on us, but I think it just would have a lot more meaning, like an even deeper layer of meaning with her than with us. And so I'm super excited for you. I'm super happy you're going. I'm not really jealous at all. Yeah,
Absolutely.
not really jealous at all, but just I'm a little bit. I'm not anxious for you. I'm like anxious, not in the negative way, but anxious in the like in the happy way of the just.
Oh yeah.
Like whenever you really want to go do something and you just can't wait for the day to come.
Right.
That is the way I feel for you right now.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be the longest day ever, like leading up to 5:30.
Oh, that's when you go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, we're going to, we'll go to Disneyland that day, but then it's like, we're going to have to go back to our hotel rooms because, we'll go back to our rooms, change. I'm going to, do my hair, do my makeup. And, it's like, I don't know. It's going to be a very surreal experience.
Oh,
yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And I do think, of the three of us, it does mean a lot more to her than to us. I mean,
Yeah.
But like if there was a ticket for grand opening of Galaxy's Edge and we only had one, that would probably be you.
It would be Udi.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
For sure. So we all have our things, and this would definitely be that.
And if there was ever a ticket for a one in a lifetime ticket for the demolition of Matterhorn, it'd be Mark.
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't even go. No, I don't know what mine would be, but anyways, awesome. Cool. So, yeah, we definitely want to hear more about that. And that actually is very good, Jose. We call it good envy. Something we call envidia de la buena.
Envidia de la buena?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's awesome question. Okay, so now let's go over to the news. Udi, you want to drive the news? Because
Okay, yeah, you can drive them, and I'll drive this.
yeah.
Okay,
And
so
should we just invite people if they want to call in?
hey,
Go ahead.
okay, anybody who's currently in our chat listening along, please feel free to join in. We're going to go into the news right now. We're going to let Mark do the intro like we normally do.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to start leading, but Mark is going to be taking over the board, and he will be taking you in. If you guys want to come in and talk and actually interact with us verbally instead of through typing, if you want to keep on typing, hey.
Yeah.
Good.
Be our guest.
Yeah,
Be our guest.
Yeah, be our guest. But if you actually want to talk and have verbal input, please, by all means, that's the reason why we're doing this, so that you guys can actively talk with us and communicate with us in a new medium, and a new medium for us. So please, for everybody who's in the chat right now, hop in, and Mark will let you in. But Mark, go ahead and hit the intro, buddy.
Hey, now let's go to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
So, that was the intro.
Yeah, isn't that an amazing intro?
Yeah, I mean, usually I can do this in post, but
Yeah.
what was I going to say about that? Okay, Udi. So Udi is our crack reporter tonight. He's going to read stuff. I'm going to man the board here.
I am nothing but a teleprompter reader, like most news people
Yep.
are these days.
And I'm going to go. What I'm going to do is Udi's going to talk. I'm going to go grab a couple batteries real quick because my recorder is down to 1 bar.
Ooh.
And so just keep it going.
All right. So, Jess, do you have yours up or no?
No, you're on the charger in case my power dies, but I'm right here with you.
Okay. All right. So we're going to open up with the opening date for Adventureland Treehouse removed from Disney website. So I will read the article real quick. It's not that very long. It's basically saying yesterday Disney updated their refurbishment calendar to reflect an opening day, February 11th, for the Adventure Treehouse at Disneyland. Today, the Treehouse has been added back to the refurbishment schedule as temporarily unavailable. So I find that, I don't know if, well, let me finish it. The original Swiss Family Treehouse closed at Disneyland Park in 1999 and reopened as Tarzan's
Hey, Jason Etzel.
Hey, Jason. Tarzan's Treehouse later that year. After another 22 years of operation, it suddenly closed in September 2021, Disney announced in April 2022 that it would be rethemed and revealed the Adventure Treehouse concept in November 2022. So I don't know if this is really a big deal. In this day and age, having a setback in construction or of any type, being that is my line of work, is pretty freaking normal.
Sure.
Having a delay in construction can be it is a normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill thing that happens in construction. I know Disney, it being the power that it is, or has been, we can talk about that in a little bit, about their waning power, but the biggest thing that has been my experience in this area is supply, material. When you are sitting waiting for material that was available at the drop of a hat, we don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
The other thing that is going on with that will be, and again related to the same thing, is cost of material.
Yeah.
One of the most used items in my field of work, I won't tell you what it is because it doesn't matter, but that for...
You build tree houses.
I do build tree houses. 8-story tree houses right now. But no, one of the material items that we use can come in a 25-foot bag or a 50-foot bag. The 25-foot bag has doubled in price. The 50-foot bag has tripled in price.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
all those things are applying. So honestly, I read that, and it made me more bummed than anything because I'm curious. I'm very, very curious because of all the hype that went into it, and I just want to point out that Jess was incredibly wrong with this. Thank God.
What was she wrong about?
She's like, oh, it's going to be in Kanto. It's perfect.
Oh,
No.
well, no one knew. I mean,
I know, but
her guess was as good as anyone else's.
I know, but it was wrong.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, I'll just say this: I'm glad she's wrong.
Yeah.
Because I think this is much more open ended, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Kanto probably deserves its own thing.
It doesn't deserve anything yet.
Yes, I agree with that.
I'm going to go. Let me run off on this tangent real quick. Encanto is no Coco. I don't care. You can make the argument all day long, up and down, but it is not Coco.
It's not Coco.
It is not Coco. It didn't break. It doesn't break any. What? Coco? Did you just say Coco's a dumb movie?
Yeah, I don't like Coco.
Okay, I'm driving over. You're 10 minutes away. I'm going to come over there and we're going to have words. No, anyway.
Words.
Well, it's not my fault you don't understand Hispanic culture, okay? That's on you. Okay. But anyway.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
I'm kidding.
Get it.
I'm kidding.
But I just thought it. I mean, the animation was good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The storyline was fine. I just there's something about that movie that it didn't tickle my fancy.
I don't get that because you, being such a family-oriented human individual that you are. It's all about family. I mean, so is Encanto, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to come off the tangent. But
the treehouse looks awesome.
Yeah.
And I think the gist of it was that it was supposed to open in early February. Then it got taken off.
Yeah.
And so for whatever that is, we don't know.
Yeah, and we don't know. End of the day, we don't know. And hopefully we get a release date not too far away from now, and it will open up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, if anyone wants to call in and chime in on any of these topics, please go ahead and do that.
Yeah, Mark is right there, and he'll add you into the conversation, and you're more than welcome to join. Okay, so...
Oh, Jason wants to join in.
Hop in. Hey, add him in. Let's see if he'll hop on. Hey.
Hey, Jason.
What's going on?
Hey, Jason. What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
I was just going to say, changing batteries, if only you had some kind of better system to go live with.
Oh, you know what, Jason? I've already heard it tonight. We did a pre-show, and one of our friends is a tech guy for sure, and he would have gave me grief. But this is the first time I thought I saw this thing, and I thought it was kind of cool. So we're trying it out. But yeah, I know. I usually keep my batteries fresh. And by the way, I never got that link.
Oh, well, okay. We'll figure it out.
Can we turn him up?
I can't turn him up.
Okay.
It's on his end.
Okay.
Turn myself up, but I'll talk closer.
There you go. I mean, maybe that'll help.
There you go.
So, Jason, just to give you the update, I have yet to give Mark his sign because I flat out forgot. It was the first time I've seen him since I saw you, and I forgot this morning. I forgot when I was on my way over. But next one when we sit down, and because I have something for Jess, so when we do it all together, I'll wind up giving everybody gifts. But I already sent you a picture of what you gave me, and I put it up already.
Yeah.
Like, it was up that day when I got home, like, and this is going up.
Yeah, it's perfect.
For everybody who doesn't know, who just jumped on, is Jason, and he is from Signs of Amusement and Interactive Realm.
An Interactive Realm.
He was on our show a little while back, and we were on his YouTube channel a little while back too. And do you wanna plug yourself a little bit real quick, Jason?
Yeah, although I'm kind of stepping back a little bit, but I'm still selling build kits for now, anyway. Of my laser cut signs, and mostly I do Disney-related signs. There's a couple other things, but I have a couple YouTube channels with the same names that you just mentioned. And usually about me making a sign or some kind of Disney-related thing. That's the gist of it.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and continue on with the with the news. Okay.
Yeah. And if anyone else, I think I can probably get 7 people on here.
7 total, yeah.
Yep.
So if anyone, like Jose, I know is out there, am I coming in loud, you guys?
Yeah, you're coming in real hot.
Yep.
Okay. You guys can come on in.
All right. Anytime, yeah. Just go ahead and hop on in, and you're more than welcome. Okay, so going on to our next news item, and this one kind of is a bummer. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, right, Jess? Oh, you don't know. You don't have the story in front of you, but I think you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, there was a fire at the New Orleans Square station, railroad station, was a couple days, 29th, day after my birthday. I wasn't there. It wasn't me. I plead the fifth. Okay, let me go ahead and read this real quick. Early morning on December 29, a small fire broke out near the New Orleans Square Railroad Station in Disneyland Park. Now, Disneyland has released a statement to the OC Register about the incident. The small fire near the New Orleans Square train station caused minimal disruption and no injuries, a Disneyland representative told the Register. The train station is based on the set of from the 1948 Disney film So Dear to My Heart. Walt wanted to use the original movie set, but animator Ward Kimball did not want to return it after Walt had given it to him. So a replica was built when the park opened in 1955. It was known as Frontierland Station.
It still says Frontierland on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Disneyland Railroad was also then known as the Santa Fe and Disneyland Railroad, named for the sponsor Atkinson. Topeka and Santa Fe Railroad, it was changed to Disneyland Railroad when the sponsorship ended in 1974. Frontierland Station was renamed New Orleans Square Station in September 1966, 2 months after New Orleans Square opened. That was kind of a bummer. I read that. I'm like, oh, man, I'm glad it doesn't sound like there was too much damage. And you always wonder, like, you're running the steam engine.
Yeah.
That's a legit thing. A lot of people, I think there's plenty of people out there have they don't realize that that's a steam engine. That is a legit thing. The guys out there working on it are literal train engineers. They're not like just regular old cast members.
Correct.
These people are actually train engineers, and they're mechanics, and they actually do that for a living.
Yeah,
they work on trains.
I do think a lot of people take that for granted.
Yeah, the conductors are legit conductors.
Yeah, and they're just sitting there. I want to go on the train, and then they have to stop and
Yep.
and people just go, oh, I want to go. But this is a functioning steam engine, and it needs maintenance once in a while.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anytime there's any kind of fire in the park, you kind of go, "Ooh, what is going on?" Mm-hmm. I hope. Let's just say, pretty much everything in the park is you don't touch it. Mm-hmm. So whatever it is, you gotta go. I hope it's not in Adventureland. I hope it's not Frontierland. But here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever have any fires when you were there, Jess? When you were working there.
I don't think so. No. Only a bomb scare.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you telling me about that.
Drug bus.
That's like every day. Mark, you failed on the police report.
I did.
Yeah, and then the guy that they tackled in the promenade that had the AR tucked in his like raincoat.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like why?
I don't know.
I don't know why.
I would just like to know how he got through the metal detectors.
No,
They
but
didn't have
they
them back
didn't
then.
have them back then when you were there.
Or did
Yeah,
they?
they did.
Oh,
Did they? Oh,
Yeah.
they did. No, that was post 9/11.
That was post 9/11.
Yep. Yep.
Interesting. Actually, while we are reminiscing here, Jess, question about Storybook. Was it ever decorated for Christmas when you were there, like the little houses and stuff?
No.
Because it is now. I'm hearing.
Really?
Yeah, they put like little trees. It may not be when you go because I think have taken that stuff down. But they didn't put like little trees by like Toad Hall or anything like that or something.
I never remember. No, I never remember seeing that.
Oh, I never have either. But
No.
people were mentioning that. I go, oh, Jess would know.
Have you ever heard about
Well,
that, Jason?
that's-
I don't remember ever seeing anything like that. No.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I never went on that like too often. No.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Jason, do we need to have a talk?
Yeah, you need to
I
have.
mean, I've been on it. It's not my go-to,
No, I completely understand that.
All right. Well, so we're going to move on from that. I do have now this next item makes me a little bit happy.
Well, what is that?
Actually, a lot of happy.
Oh, I see what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one is massive. New King Cobra animatronic arrives at Disneyland for Indiana Jones Adventure refurbishment.
Yes.
Thank the Lord.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm like, I know you guys can't see me. My hands are literally up like I'm in church. Like I'm that happy.
Well, he broke a long time ago.
I know. It has been a couple of years that that boy's been broken. That, like, I remember realizing it was broken when he came around the corner, and I always thought, it's kind of cheesy, but I kind of love it all at the same time. And then it didn't like try to bite me, and I'm like, wait, hey.
Well, it's a completely different snake.
Well, I know it just stays there now. It doesn't even like move. I don't remember it moving last time I was on there. It just kind of looked at me and then had that.
No, he hasn't moved in a while. But what I'm saying is he's not the original animatronic that used to move. They replaced it with just this standalone.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
piece.
Yeah, lame. And then they added that sound.
Right.
But yeah, that was incredibly lame. But that being said, I'm looking at the picture and that is big and it looks like it moves.
That's what she said.
I knew that was coming up. I
man.
knew that was coming up.
Okay, so let me go ahead and read the.
Gary Bear, if you want to join in, you can join in, man. Same with you, Jose.
Yeah, hop in, guys. Okay, so let me go ahead and read this article real quick. For many months or even years, I don't know why they even say it. It's been years. The Indiana Jones Adventure at Disneyland, once the park's most technologically innovative attraction, has been maligned with broken effects throughout the entire attraction. Even iconic moments like the boulder rolling down towards guests in the ride's climax rarely, if ever, works anymore.
Is that true?
Facts.
I would be pissed.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Okay.
finish, and then we'll go off on it because
Pissed.
I'm teetering on my edge of just maintaining before I go.
No.
Okay, which is why we're pleased to see ahead of planned refurbishment a new audio animatronic for the King Cobra within the Temple of Mara arrived backstage at Disneyland. According to the OC Register, our go-to, the animatronic was spotted backstage at Disneyland being unpacked and assembled outside prior to the refurbishment of the Indiana Jones Adventure. The attraction is set to be closed January 9th, so in a couple days, for the undetermined amount of time. And I made this comment before, and I'm going to stick with it. Take your time, boys and girls. Take
Let's
your time.
go.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go. So this is good news. In particular, since the ride has received far less of maintenance than it deserves, with nearly every big effect broken in a 27-year-old attraction.
Right.
Anybody? I'll let everybody chime in before I go because I feel like I'm going to go off for a while.
With this particular attraction, they should shut it down like the first Monday of every month or something, just to do proper maintenance on it. There's no reason for that. Well, there's a lot of reason for it that it should be. It's very technical, and which requires a lot more, service, a lot more maintenance. Well, I'm saying the same thing twice. But there should be no reason why this thing fell into disrepair. I mean, Pirates is at least 20 years older than that thing. And that thing's not down as much. I know it's not as complicated. Well, I don't know. It could be, but
no, it's not.
It isn't. But still, imagine if Pirates was down like with this. They just...
Oh, the world would end. Jess, what are your thoughts?
I'm excited because it needs to be done.
Yes.
It closes the last day that I'm there, so I'm going to get to ride it.
Oh, cool.
One more time. Which, we'll be honest, it's not that much fun right now. It's just, it's not fun. But anyways, I think I'm excited to see what they're going to do to it, but I'm also a little nervous. Because I do yes, Pirates is much older. Pirates is much more simple. As far as what's the word I want to use? The special effects and all, the animatronics inside Pirates are incredible too, I don't want them to tweak it so much that it becomes something new, and I don't want them to turn it into Rise. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
That's my only fear, is them going too far because they want to keep up with the times. Like it doesn't need to be Rise. Rise is, Star Wars. Rise is this literally out of this world experience, where Indiana Jones is more of that rustic, rugged jungle. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be Rise. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So I hope that they don't. I hope they don't go too far.
Yep.
Yeah, it does have its technical limits, but I do hope that they can incorporate some new stuff into it, but without losing what Jess is saying, without making it more, 2023 or whatever Rise might be. Yeah. Okay.
Jason, you have any thoughts?
I was going to say, I agree with that. Bring it back to what it was when it first opened, but update it slightly.
Yeah.
I think there's a few certain places that could use projection mapping, different effects and whatnot.
Yep.
But the main thing, and I think this is, the more complicated things, the rotation in the beginning and big ball coming down, the rooms move around you, and those things need to be worked on.
Yeah.
Probably those systems need to be updated, I'm sure.
Let me ask, I have a question for everybody that's on. What would you do, which I know that they're not dumb enough to do, but let's just say they are. What would you do if they removed the literal ball and made it a hologram?
I'd be mad. I don't know. I mean, there's not much I could do. Jess, what are you doing? Jess, what are you doing?
Is there some...
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. We hear everything you're doing.
What am I doing? I just opened up a piece of glass.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
Well.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's why I'm like, whoa, that got loud. Anyway, so I hope they don't. One of the beauties of that with Indy,
Gibber said no to the hell no.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. With one of the beauties of what made Indy so great for the time and even for now is its tactile feel for everything. For everything, it was very tactile. I mean, when you go into Rise now, you get a good mix of that. You get the visual, you get you get kind of like a projected thing, but you still feel like you're in it.
The practical.
Yeah, the practicality of it. So No, you have to. I'm in agreement with Jason and with Jess. I mean,
We all are, yeah.
there is nothing they need to do to quote unquote improve the ride. Okay, they don't need to change storyline. They don't need to add anything. They, for the love of everything that is holy, do not need to add anything from any of the movies. I'm not just talking about Dial of Destiny. I'm not talking about
No,
Raiders or Temple of Doom or Last Crusade or Golden Skull.
Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull. Thank you. I mean, I've only seen that movie maybe 3 times. But anyway, they don't need to add any of that. They don't need to incorporate any of those movies. The beauty of that ride, of that attraction, is the same beauty that you kind of have when it comes to Rise.
Yeah.
It is a standalone story. You don't need to incorporate that. The thing with Pirates is, again, it's a standalone story. When they added Jack, they did it in a very subtle, quiet way. Like, I wonder how many people. Jess, stop. Thank you.
What?
I hear everything we're doing.
I literally just took you off of mute.
Really? Then I don't know what's coming from then. Then it's
I have
not
no
you.
idea. It isn't us. We're
Jess.
just sitting here.
Jess, I'm sorry. Then.
Yeah, I'm like, I just took you off of mute.
Okay.
All right, then I apologize. I thought it was you because I saw your thing going. Anyway, so I'm going to keep on going. Anyway, so again, the beauty of it is that the story is a standalone. So all they need to do is upgrade the tech and make it more reliable. And I agree with Jason with the mapping. I mean, that would add there. If you know about the history of the attraction, you will know that there were a lot of things that they wanted to do that they couldn't figure out how to do. You know, like having the when you go into the room and having feel like your own webs hitting you or things of that nature. All those are things they couldn't figure out how to do. They
wanted the Jungle Cruise to go through it.
Yeah, same kind of thing. Yeah,
yeah.
And
how cool would that have been?
Yeah, that you think about all these things. Now they're obviously not going to put the Jungle Cruise go through that.
No.
But if they can do better mapping, if they can do something like that, and then bring all the elements that were great from the beginning, the blow darts, all these things, then it will reinvigorate. And I'm talking also about the queue. If you get the queue back up to where it needs to be or where it was originally opening day, dude, think about that. And that is the other part of it too, is that with them killing the queue, for all intents and purposes, they made it so you ran through it, and they made it so people would run through it. Mm-hmm. I want them to come away from that, because how many kids have no idea what that queue can do?
Probably lots.
A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them have no clue about all the cool little Easter eggs in that all the way down. So that's what I hope for. I hope they just take it all and go like, okay, guys, here's opening day. This is our start. And then just let's pick a place here, a place there. Let's improve the tech overall here. Let's make it more reliable. Let's make it a little bit more interactive. Let's make it a little bit more seamless.
Well, you know how this project is. I mean, they probably have a lot of people. They've got project managers that say, okay, what can we do in 8 months? What can we do in 12 months? What can we do in 6 months? Okay, then let's prioritize that. What is feasible here or there? You know, what are the top priorities? And you know how it is with your line of work, and even my line of work when we're mapping stuff out.
Yep.
It's what can we get done in this quarter or whatever, and it's like, okay.
Well, the other interesting twist or potential twist in this is the fact that now we have Iger instead of Chapek.
Yeah.
Now here is the moment where I am okay with Iger being back, because he in his history has shown a propensity to being willing to pay a little bit more for the guest experience. So that would be, in this moment, the right thing to do. I think if we have Chapek back and he's still in charge, then we may not get everything that is potentially available. Mm-hmm. So for this particular instance, I think it's good that we have Iger back.
We shall see.
We shall see.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't care how long. Let it be 6 months. Let it be 8. Let it be a year. Mm-hmm. All I ask is that you come back and just bring it to its glory, and then let it just be what it is. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's all. No Dial of Destiny, for the love of everything that's holy. Please, no Dial of Destiny. Please, please, please. I'm throwing it out into the ether. Anyway.
Next news item.
That's why I let everybody go first, because I'm like, I can go on this all freaking day. Okay.
Yep.
So now let's get to the ugly. This is ugly news, and I don't know if it's ugly. It is ugly if it's a financial. If you're a financial person and especially if you have Disney stock, you're not going to be too happy. But it is the reality of the situation. Disney stock hits the lowest price since 2014. Analysts recommend selling. Now, I'm not going to really read the story. Because,
you don't need
because you guys get it. Stock has been dropping. A lot of people have been giving their ideas and their 2 cents as to why it's been dropping. And I think there is no one reason. It really falls into, I think, whatever point of view you take from it, it's going to be your own personal leanings into your politics and other facets that go into it. Personally, I believe, and this could be my bias coming through, and I'll just say this real quick, that I think the reason why it's losing money, it's twofold. I think, one, they have not been, this is the bad part about Chapek, is that he went too far with the penny pinching. He went too far and it affected overall experiences, not only in the park, but we're talking about park, entertainment, movies, streaming. You think about all that. I did make the comment before, and I will say it again, that a lot of the things that he had to deal with were set up by Iger, okay? They went off in his face, and I think he had to deal with a lot of it, but he didn't deal with them very well, okay? Or he could have done better. I'll put it to you that way. The other thing is I think they went away from the core idea of Walt had for the company.
I agree.
They went away from the core concept of the park and the company being for everybody. Now, a lot of people will argue like, well, no, they're trying to be that. The problem is that when you say we're for everybody, you can't really say that, right? I'm going to go a little bit philosophical.
You can't.
If you're everybody's friend, you're nobody's friend. You've heard that before.
Yes.
So what I think is that when you're going to be Disney, you have to be very careful about what you promote and what you want to do. So what they did, in my opinion, is like I have no problem with messaging when you want to talk about anything. When you want to talk about LGBTQ people rights and the whole thing, I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that life or anything. The problem with them is that they forced it. For me, it's always been the same thing, and I've said it before. It's about storytelling. Mm-hmm. The heart of everything is storytelling. If you have a gay character, okay, cool. Make it a good character, and then I'm going to go into it. If it's a female character, make it a great character. We'll go into it. If it's a male character, all the little things, the little tropes that people throw on there. Just make it a good character and make that part of them, and then I will be drawn to it. I am drawn to good characters, good people, good stories. All the other things, make it a part of it, and then it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So I think they went away from that. I think they went away and they just kind of pandered to that, like they put the priority in trying to tell and message and be inclusive, which there's nothing wrong with that. But they went away from story. Sure. And that has been a thing. It's like I had a friend of mine text me the other day. He's like, well, I tried to watch Strange World. I'm like, okay, and she's like, well, how'd she put it? Basically said is like, it's trying to be like a Treasure Island or Treasure, but like more diverse. And I'm like, okay. I go, you make it through it? She's like, no. And it was because the story isn't there.
Right.
And so all these things is always about story. So that's my opinion, is like, I think they feel like a lot of the average consumers feel like, you're not talking to me anymore. You're not talking to me anymore. Like I don't mind that, but you're not talking to me anymore. And that is where I kind of go, well, you kind of messed that up. Tell your stories. Tell any story you want, but make it good, and then let it lie. Mm-hmm. Whoever's going to pick it up and enjoy it, let them enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And whoever's not, okay, they didn't. It isn't for them. Like I know everything Disney makes is not for me.
Right.
And so I think Disney got too caught up in trying to make sure everybody would like it. And they tried to, go like, well, we need to make sure they like it. We got to make sure they like it. We got to make sure they like it. We got to make sure they like it. And it came to a point like, okay, well, if you're going to try to make everybody like it, then nobody's going to like it.
Right.
And that's what I think they felt. And I think, we'll see what Iger does.
Yep, we'll see what he does.
But anyway, so anybody else want to chime in on that? So I just went on a tangent just because I think it's indicative of a turnaround. I still feel that Disney's going to go flip, and they're going to turn around and go like, okay, we're going to come back, and we're going to go back to storytelling. Because once you do that, all these problems go away, and all the any kind of how can I put it? Discontent or whatever or problem with the company will go away.
Yeah.
Because people will be like, oh, there's a story that I love. Like I said, Coco. We're arguing about story. When I'm talking with Jess, it's like Encanto. We're talking Encanto versus Coco. We're not talking about anything other than we're arguing story point. You know what I mean? Like when we argue about that movie or this movie, what are we mostly arguing about? Story point.
Yes.
Plot point. All the other things that come into it aren't as important. But anyway. I will be quiet now. Anybody else?
I was like, anyone else?
I was going to say, you guys just said it too. Let's wait to see what Iger does. But we've been saying that since he got back into the office, and so far not really much has happened. So I kind of think that a lot of people are like, oh, things are going to change, they're going to turn around, and nothing's really happened. So maybe that kind of has something to do with that too. It's like we're still in the same ballpark, pretty much.
Yep, we are for now.
Yeah, no, and I think you're very, very right. I think a lot of people who were not happy with the company saw Iger coming back and they went nostalgia right away. I think, Jess, you're guilty of that. I think a lot of people were. And then it was like, okay, and then I wasn't. I was like, I think this may be bad, but we got to wait and see. And Mark is like, well, let's wait and see. It's pretty
limited time, though.
Yeah. We'll give him a little bit of time. And you're right, Jason. I think a lot of people went there, and he's going to be like, walking back into that. It's like you have to come back. I think the one thing that he can do is going to use his years of experience and try to walk the minefield a little bit better.
Yep.
When we talked about it, even on my channel, we were saying, he put a lot of things in Demaro's hand, but yet Demaro hasn't talked about anything either. So
true.
What's going on here?
Yeah. Well, and that makes you wonder, right? Like, okay, are they just meeting? Like, how often are they meeting? And when they do meet, what are they talking about? Like, are we talking about what are we going to go forward for? Like, are they talking about numbers?
But so this might tie into the next story we have in regards to the Genie Plus being sold. Maybe it's not the next story, but I know it's in the mix.
It is.
Genie Plus sold out 3 days in a row, and that was during when there were no magic key holders were allowed in the park all the passes were blocked. And it was just people that came in and bought single day tickets or multi-day tickets. So it was basically anybody that didn't have a magic key. And that, and of course, the crowds were almost unbearable. Genie Plus sold out all 3 days, which they haven't even done that at Disney World. And is that what Disneyland wants? That kind of nonsense? Because, what did they call us? We're the undesirables, right? I mean, I don't have an annual pass right now, but I wish I did. So, Jess would be...
Hey, you might, starting tomorrow.
Oh, I might get one tomorrow?
Well, cast members, people are talking, and there's apparently some big news coming tomorrow, and cast members have been hinting that they are going to announce that they're releasing annual passes again.
Oh, okay.
Well,
the magic keys, you mean? More magic keys?
No, they used the words annual passes.
Oh, interesting. Well, we shall see how it all works out. I know financially this is probably what they want. They want a full park with people buying Genie Plus, but is that what the people want?
Well, here's where we go into the discussion of short-term versus long-term goals. We all have to recognize how many billions they lost during the COVID shutdown. And I keep on going back to that because we're going to be going back to that for at least a couple more years. There is no way around that. If you don't want to talk about COVID anymore, I don't want to talk about COVID anymore, but the reality is it has affected us and it will continue to affect us for a ways down the road.
Yeah.
this is the danger that you have, and this is, again, the tightrope that they need to walk, is we need to recoup that. And the fact that their stock is dropping, they're going to go to the shareholders and, well, look at what we did here.
Right. Yeah.
So that is the balance that needs to be struck between both of them. I think short-term goals are going to be like, yeah, we need to do that. Mm-hmm. I think long-term, it's a horrible idea, and I think you will overall, you will affect the park in a negative fashion. Overall, I think long-term, that is not the way to go. I think they suck it up, and they don't allow these kind of things to happen, and they realize that the turnaround is going to be in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, not this year. It's probably been like 3, 4 years, not 1, 2 years. And they need to be okay with that, I think. I think they need to look at it realistically, the longevity of the park and the future of the company and the park. And if they don't do that, I think they may burn enough people and make it a point where we've talked about it often, that you're going to go to, well, I can go over to Universal. I can go to Knott's. I don't need to spend this much.
Right.
So if you're spending premium dollars, you're not getting premium product, and then you're stuffed in the sardine can, who's going to do that?
And by the way, Knott's and Universal aren't bad places. They look incredible.
No, they're fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with, Universal launching Mario World this year. And Knott's is just being Knott's, and they just keep bringing the same, which is great. But yeah, I mean, Disney needs to be careful here with that. Okay, well, what's the next news item?
Okay. Now, this one's kind of a... Okay, this one makes me sad a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And you know why? History. Okay. The headline is Disneyland submarines already rusting badly after year-long refurbishment. Highly visible rust stains drip down the sides of the yellow submarines from the fins and hatches, leaving embarrassing blemishes on the fleet that once was a pride of Walt Disney himself.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but this is the largest submarine fleet outside of, the military.
Yep.
And people don't understand. These are actually working submarines at one point. Disneyland's fleet of submarines are rusting badly just a few months ago, after a year-long refurbishment that saw the Finding Nemo submarine Voyage Lagoon get an extensive makeover, and the subs receive a fresh yellow and blue paint job. Finding Nemo submarine Voyage reopened in July after an extended refurbishment that kept the popular Tomorrowland attraction closed when the Anaheim theme park returned from the year-long pandemic closure. Disneyland appears to have come up with a fix to the rusty stains, installing replacement fins that are bolted on rather than welded. So here is my thought. I have a limited knowledge about metalwork.
Oh.
This is 100% a failure of whoever did the refurbishment work.
Oh, okay.
There is no doubt. So I don't know who did that. I don't know if it was in-house or they contracted it out. But that is 100%, because when you have rust from water, okay, and I will tell you, in my line of work, if I go up and I do metal work that I need to seal for water, make sure there isn't rain or penetration. If you come back in a couple of years or a couple of months after the first rainstorm and you see rust dripping down, that means I didn't seal it properly. That means I didn't do my job properly and how to waterproof it. So if they did that, if the entire fleet is showing that, then that means whoever welded that and did the sealing and all that did a piss poor job. So for them to be like, okay, we're just going to bolt new ones on? Nah, that's crap. That's a piss poor fix. What I would do if I'm Disney, I would find... Literally, I'd go let me go find an old Navy Yard guy. Let me go find people who have worked in that. They have people who do.
I'm sure
swim
they have.
And go fix that and don't let that happen again. Hire me, and then the other part is, for the love of everything that's holy, get a better maintenance crew. Like whoever is in charge.
Would you
want
to be on that crew?
I would. I would take that job.
Right,
yeah, I don't have that skill level.
Oh,
I don't. If I had that skill set, I'd go. I'd go because I know how much I'd ask for an hour, and I'd be like, that's what you're giving me, and I'm coming. So that's the thing is that they need to find the right people for the job. These are for me, that's a penny pinching thing. That is all penny pinching. Like, there's no way. I mean, we all know that water and seawater and all those things are very caustic. Water can do a lot of damage. A lot of people don't realize how much damage water can do.
Gerber thinks, he says, unpopular opinion, I think the submarine's time has come.
Nope.
Oh.
No, absolutely not.
Nope.
Gerber, do you want to join on this conversation?
Can you please? Can you call in?
And Jose, where are you, man?
Yeah, Gare Bear. Who's that?
Oh, he's coming in right
here
now.
Comes Gare Bear. All right, here we go, Gare Bear.
Gare Bear.
Let's see, wait for him to hop in. Did he come in?
I said yes, yeah?
Yeah, but he's not there. I don't see him on there. There we go. Hey, there he is. Are you there, Gare Bear?
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Oh, hey. There we go.
Hello.
Don't kill me.
No, we're not going to kill you, man.
You're not within arm reach of Jess, so you're safe right now.
You're safe. You're good.
Hold on,
Thank
Gerber. Just be. What is your first name again?
It's Gary.
Gary.
That's why
Okay,
Gary
got you.
Bear.
Okay, but Gary. Okay, we're going to call you Gary. We're not going to call you Gary Bear. Okay. So
My
Gary.
friends do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay, Gary Bear. Since we are friends here, and Jose, where you at? What? Please defend your comment there.
Okay, so I remember years ago when the submarines were gone for a long time and they first came back, and I was super excited about it, and because I came to Disneyland late in life, so I hadn't ridden the old ones.
Oh.
And I love Disneyland history, so I was so excited to have it back, and it was great, but for a while. But I think the limitations of the ride, the cramped space inside, the air, the tiny porthole, just like the way you experience the ride.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that they could possibly be better attractions they could put in at this point.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they could utilize the space better.
Yeah, I mean, back in the 50s when they first put it in, that was an incredible ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like an actual submarine, a seaworthy submarine.
Yep. And
it was just cutting edge and amazing, but things have come so long in such a, since it opened back then, and just the experience it's not that great. The quarters are so cramped.
They are they are for me.
The porthole you have to look out of. Yeah. You're really seeing a really tiny, view of the whole place. If they could put in new submarines, and less claustrophobic with a wider viewing angle and more things to look at, then definitely I would say plus it rather than get rid of it. But if it's going to stay the way it is now.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ride should be made into like a virtual ride, like Star Tours. Like
No.
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 You don't even go in the water.
Jason, just hang up now.
Hey, be nice to Jason.
I'm sorry, Jason. Love
I
you.
am all for the submarines. Bob Gurr made those things.
Yeah.
I get it. That thing needs to go. I'm sorry.
Oh, see now,
Okay.
Jason is the furthest away, so he's the safest.
He's the safest.
Yeah.
Okay, so I understand. Mark, I know that it's a very cramped quarters, but
For me it is,
you
yeah.
are, being Mr. Incredible, and I understand that it's, tight quarters, but about it, and I don't know if, how many of you guys have kids that are listening, but think about it from a 3-year-old's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Think
That's where
about
I was
it.
gonna go.
You think about it from You going down with you're taking your kid down there, and you putting your kid on your lap, so they're super close, and they've got their cute little. And I'm sitting here demonstrating, and none of you can see exactly what I'm doing, And they've got their little elbows propped up right there on that little porthole, and I mean, to them, they can, because they're smaller than we are, they can see through that porthole, and they can see this incredible underwater world. And yes, it's not the most comfortable experience for us, but seeing your children live that moment and experience this really cool thing that, I mean, if it wasn't for Disney, a lot of it, I mean, how many of us are going to go on a submarine? How many of us are going to experience something like that?
Right.
And do I think they should do something different than Nemo? I mean, I personally would have liked Atlantis better, but Atlantis wouldn't feed into the this era, just like it's an older generation. But anyways,
solid point.
It does not. Yeah, it could. What would you, Gary? What would you want to put there instead? Would you cover it up? Would you get rid of that lagoon and turn it into a different attraction?
It to me the best part about it is how it looks from the outside. It is really a beautiful area.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But I don't know. Could you bring the Tron ride? Could you bring something? I don't know. I'm a purist, and such things up until like maybe a few months ago, I would have considered submarines an untouchable. But go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, so for Tron, because I've seen it, I've rode it when I was in China.
What?
I will tell you, yeah. I rode when we went to Shanghai Disneyland. I got to ride it.
Mm-hmm.
That attraction is massive. That ride, they will not be able to ever put it anywhere at Disneyland without taking out, I would say, Autopia, the submarines, and probably what is it? Is it Interventions?
Mm-hmm.
They'd have to get rid of all three of those between the queue, the outside area, and like of the track, and the outside track is very, very small. But
okay,
because it basically they shoot you out of the building. You go up, you do this massive turn, which is the outside part where you see the massive white awning. You see the pictures. And then you go back into the building where it's basically Space Mountain on acid.
You have crushed Gary's dreams, Jess.
I'm so sorry. It's a very, very large attraction. Mm-hmm. So I feel like they would have to get rid of a lot to fit it into Disneyland. Does it belong in DCA? No, but they have a better chance of putting it in DCA than they do in Disneyland.
Well, I'm going to go with Jess. I think the one thing that like many everybody knows, or anybody who listens to the show long enough knows that I have no affinity for two attractions in that general vicinity. One would
Small World.
Well, Small World, correct, and Autopia. Don't care. Now, but that being said, like two things that for the submarines is that one is the nostalgia and the history. I think, Gary, you said it like, you're a purist, and if you're a purist, I'm going to lean in that direction. The other thing is, taken from Jess, is that it is not meant for 6'4" Mark.
No.
Okay, it is not meant for 6'4" Mark and 6'4" Jason, for that matter. It's not meant for you guys. It's meant for the kids. It's meant for them to explore the underworld. Now, it goes back to, and the reason why you can't get rid of it, in my mind, is because it goes back to the main roots of Disney and what Walt wanted. Learning, exploring, using imagination. And you have that all. For anybody who doesn't know about our Earth and doesn't know about the ocean, for people who don't live near the ocean, like I was lucky enough to grow up in Southern California where I had the beach, a half an hour, 45-minute drive. Now I live in Northern California, it's an hour and a half drive.
It's even uncomfortable for a 5'4" Gare Bear.
Still, though.
Hey, I'm 5'3". It's not very comfy.
So, no. I'm not arguing the point of the comfort. And you're right, Gary. It isn't comfortable, but the thing is, it's meant for learning. It's meant, the idea behind it, I think, is the purest form to explain it is to learn and to open up the imagination. I know for my own experience in my own life, for a very, very, very long time, I wanted to be a marine biologist. Why? Because I went on that ride. I went on that attraction, and it opened up my world because I didn't understand that even though growing up, going to the beach, I didn't recognize what was beyond the surf. I didn't realize I had a small idea of like what the ocean was. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But until we went into the submarine and we went down, and then you could see like, oh my gosh, there's all this life down here. For a little kid, that opened that up for me.
Yeah.
So you could make the argument, yeah, it's uncomfortable, yeah, you know, it's old, it's dated, da-da-da-da. I get all those arguments, and they're not wrong. But my point is that the positives or the far outweigh those. And again, it's meant for kids. It's meant for them to open up their mind, learn a little bit about the ocean, understand that underneath the water, there is a whole other planet, and
Liquid space, baby.
Liquid space, and then you think about it. How many people? I'm curious. You know, if I had the money in the grant, I would go around like every marine biologist. You've been to Disneyland? Yeah. Grew up going there? Yeah. So you're a marine biologist because you went on Nemo? Well, yeah, that helped. I'm curious.
Or submarine voyage.
Or yeah, and how many people wanted to do that, like myself?
Yeah.
Who have been like, I wish I would have done that. I don't know, but I think you can't get rid of it. On that alone, I think it stays to the core of what Walt wanted and the main idea behind the park in the first place.
Okay. Next news item then.
Next news item.
Is this the last news item?
Yeah, this is the last one. Okay. Disneyland appears to come up. Wait, hold on. This $185 Disneyland holiday booze shot costs more than a ticket to the park.
What are you talking about?
185. I don't know, man. That's working. Okay.
185.
Yeah, the jaw-dropping price tag is pretty, and this is in quotes, pretty reasonable for a Remy. The 13th champagne cognac a shot that cost $500 at trendy LA hotspots and retails $4,000 a bottle. I have heard of Remy. I have heard of this. And I do want to try it, but I will not pay that money for it. A pricey shot of one of the world's most sought-after spirits served in a chocolate-filled waffle cone at the Disneyland Hotel will set you back more than the cost of a ticket at the Anaheim theme park. The $185 Remy, the 13th waffle cone shot served with Remy Martin Louis, the 13th Martin Louis Grand Champagne Cognac is offered on the GCH holiday cart in the lobby of Disney's Grand California Hotel and Spa. I would...
No, dude.
No, I would not pay for it.
Well, I would try it if it's ever for free.
If anybody said, here, you want to try that? I'd be like, done. Like, is that Remy? Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Slide that over. Well, that's because you don't drink that much. Anyway, anybody else? Anyone?
Nope, I absolutely not.
Well, you don't like cognac, do you?
I've never had it.
I've never had it either.
What about you, Jason? No? Yeah, no?
No, that's too much. I mean, I get that, it's pricey somewhere else, but I would never pay that much.
I mean, maybe 180, but definitely not 185.
Oh, yeah, I mean, 185 breaks the bank.
Oh,
like, no.
180. I would do 180, 250.
Oh, well, here we go. What about you, Gare Bear? No?
I don't even drink, so I'll just upgrade my ticket.
There you go. It's like, no, just give me one more day in the park and I'm good.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the news then. So let's kind of branch over to our feature presentation. All right. And this can be whatever. We're talking about since we're here, what is your predictions for 2023? I do want to say that we had some people call in or do something on Instagram the other day. So I'm going to read them first because they're not here. So this is what they predict for 2023. Grammy goes to Disney. That's Jennifer. She said, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out in the atmosphere that the reservations will go away.
I agree.
You think they will go away?
Yep, I do.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in on that?
I mean, I hope they do, but I don't know if they will.
Okay. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. So someone else is live here.
Jess, Gary, Jason.
Yeah, but this says we've got 5 here.
And then us. Oh, I don't know.
Who else is one
Somebody's
of?
in chat.
Oh, that's Gare Bear.
No.
Penny,
That'd be
join the
Jose.
room. Okay. Well, Jose, if you're around, please join us.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, dude, call in, man. Jose's here.
Okay. What about you, Gary?
I don't know. Chapek really doubled down on it, saying they were going to keep it. But of course, I hope it goes away. But so unpredictable now. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I'm in that same boat. I honestly don't. That is my wish list, but I do not. I'm going to go. My prediction is that it will not go away. We will have another year of dealing with it at the bare minimum. I think that who is it? Why can't I think of his name?
Josh Morrow.
Yeah, Josh Tomorrow likes it. He's been on record saying that he likes it.
But he hasn't. Again, someone else brought up the fact that no one he hasn't said anything about it yet.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, he likes it, and he's been on record. Like I said, he's been on record saying he likes it. I think Iger is going to be there and going like, "Well, what are we getting from it? What's our thing?" And he's like, "This is what we're getting from it." And when you look at it, you go, "So we're going to get all these analytics. We're going to get all this data with literally doing nothing. All we got to do is put that program, and make people feed into it." Yup.
Yeah.
So we're Facebooking it.
Well,
Yep.
they're not making money off reservation system.
No.
It's all metrics.
But they're getting exactly.
Yeah.
So the metrics that they had to work with before, and we've talked about it before, the metrics that they had to work with is guest numbers coming in. What are they going to go? Where are they going to go? Where are they going to spend their money? Where we need to staff? Where the highs and lows, the flow. When is the park capacity at near a peak? When is it low? When is it? When you put the reservation system in, and this is why they did. This is exactly why they went into and making it the reservations and the order and the mobile food is all because of this, so they could better handle the two things that are the major things that you have to worry about. And cost when it comes to any of this stuff is one is cost of goods, and two is manpower. The two things that are the most flexible and the most things you can try to get a hold of to try to control your costs are those two items. So if you do that, they get all the data, and we're feeding it to them. Because they're saying you have to come through this portal. You go through that portal, you're fed. How many people, their ages, where they're coming in, when they're leaving, all that is fed into that, and they can begin to do the analytics. So metadata, yada, yada, yada. But that is why. That is exactly why I do not see it going away. Because they, in my opinion, feel like they have primed us and got us used to it. So, c'est la vie. You're used to it. Why are you complaining now?
Right. Okay.
But yeah, that being said, it's not a good idea, and I wish it would go away.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mrs. What's that?
All the other parks. Sorry, can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
A little low, but
I don't know what's going on. But, all the other parks, all the other theme parks, they're not using them now. And like we talked about this before, too. They've done just fine in the past. I understand it's helpful, but it's not needed,
I agree.
right. It is definitely not needed. Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mrs. Cabanales said the same thing. She wants removing the reservation system or doing something to better honor pass holders. Yeah, the pass holders, they give you those little photo ops, and they give you a keychain or some other nonsense. That doesn't move the needle for me. Okay. But so we're going to go on with that. Let's see. Tar Helium said, "I'm concerned we are getting to see more. We're going to be seeing more of the same." That's his prediction. I assume that's a he. More of the same. Is it working? If it's working, why fix it? Right?
Well, let me chime in real quick. I have a feeling he's correct.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And unfortunately, but that doesn't eliminate the fact that I think that we need the change. We need changes. I think what Disney had done in the past very, very well was listen. They, like I said a million times before,
the surveys,
yeah, surveys. Whenever you do it, like they want to know your opinion. They haven't done that as much anymore, and there is a level of this pandemic and all the things all this unprecedented nonsense that we had to go through, that did affect it. But I think they have forgotten that a little bit. I think they've gotten a little bit of that, a little drunk on this control, this level of control and knowledge. That's such an easy way of getting it. No matter what, and I think they're banking on the guests just being used to it now.
Sure.
I think the only thing we really do to get rid of it is basically being like, we don't like it. Like nobody in this, what we're talking right now, none of us. And then you think about us, we're 5 people from different walks of life, have come to the park in different ways, and we all love the park for different reasons. But yet here we are, we all are in very, very, very stark, agreement that they're bad. And then we hear that from a ton of listeners all the time. We hate that. We hate that. We hate that. So you're going to tell me that Disney's not hearing? We hate that. We hate that. We hate that. It just has to be a thing of like, we need to keep on harping like, we hate that. You need to get rid of this.
Sure.
It's the only way it changes, I think.
Right. Okay. Next item, the Weekly Mouse said replacement for Steakhouse 55. That is their prediction. Ooh. The Weekly Mouse said that, and I don't know who that is, but you know what? I totally agree with you. I really want that thing back. I've never been there before.
They're so good.
Yeah, my parents went there in 2018, I think, and I got them a gift card to buy some stuff there or to help out with dinner. And that was my gift for them for Christmas, and or one of it, but it doesn't matter. But I had thought at some point I would like to go there, and I'm so just gutted that it's not around.
It was really. I mean, the food was incredible.
Yeah,
it was wonderful. It was expensive.
Sure.
But I was on a date, so I didn't pay for it. So.
But again, as we talked about earlier, it's one of those things that if you're going to, you know what you're getting into, and like Club 33, you know what you're getting into, and just go with it. It's and I think Downtown Disney or Disneyland needs something like that again, a nice steakhouse. But we'll see how it all goes. Anyone else have a thought about that, Jason or Gary?
I've never been there, so I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I guess Gary didn't. Gary, are you still on, man?
I am. I never got to go, but it would be awesome if it came back. I would love to try it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm hoping something. Udi's getting some more ice. Hold on.
And it's historic, right?
Yeah, it's historic. I've only seen pictures of it. I've been to the front of it a few times after it was closed and kind of peered in and thinking, man, you guys should be open. But who knows what's going on for that space. I think a lot of people would like it. But we shall see how that goes. The next prediction, actually the last we got, is from Fernando. Fernando. And he said his prediction is he's going to be slamming beers with the LTP crew and then riding the Incredicoaster. That's happening.
Oh, I love that.
Well, Fernando, since you brought that up, I did mention this to Udi the other day.
No, you didn't.
Not this. I did mention that I would like to go back to the park this year in 2023.
This year you have plenty of time, Mark.
Well, no, I'm actually going February 8th and 9th. But I'm talking about with Udi. We have not made a road trip in over 3 years now.
Yeah, and I'll drive and have you white knuckling all the way down there.
Oh, Jose wants to. Jose.
Hey.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's get him. Where is Jose at?
Is he coming in?
Hola.
Hey.
Jose.
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Hey.
Jose.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to chime in that prediction because I have pretty strong plans for 2023.
This is breaking news, Jose. Please tell us more.
Well, I was talking with my wife, and we're planning to be there early September, but we'd like to catch one of the Mickey's Not. Well, no, I mean the Oogie Boogie's bash.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I would like to be there around for about a week maybe and catch one of the events.
Well, Jose, I'll tell you right now, if you are down there for the week,
We'll go.
we will go down there and see you for one of the days. I'm not sure if we can go to the ticketed event, but I will come down. Well, one of us we'll definitely try to come down to see you guys.
Yeah, we're planning to be there in one of the events and probably 3 or 4 days in between.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, and all of our plans are definitely expecting meeting you guys there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll be there. I will go.
Well, Jess is there every other week anyway, so
That's a very accurate statement at this point in my life.
yeah, she's leaving in 48 hours again, I think, right?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I land at 6:25 Friday. So yeah.
Less than 48 hours.
Yep.
Jose, that would be incredible. And I promise you that if you do come down there, just give us some dates. We can drive down there or fly down, whatever it is we have to do. I love the park in September.
That'll be great. I know the tickets start selling by probably June or July, so I'll be sure to catch some of them, and I have definite plans for those days.
Okay, excellent. That would be great, dude.
I'm so down.
Yes. What time is it right now in your world?
Well, right now I'm here with my parents on Western Mexico, so right now it's 9:30.
Okay,
But back there where I live, we're actually flying back to our house tomorrow.
Oh.
It's an hour later, so it's 10:30 there.
Okay, excellent. So, do you have any predictions for 2023 then?
I'm mostly like more expectant to see how everything is being changed by its new CEO. But I've heard some news, and it wouldn't be surprising for me that one of the branches of Disney is sold.
Oh,
not be surprised if probably ESPN or something like that is being sold. So as long as that's good for the company, well, I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't know why. I also got an email from my friend Bob Iger. I got it in my in my inbox.
Yes, yes.
But I know it's a company and it's about making money and making revenue, but I'm pretty confident that everything's for good. And as you guys were saying, as long as we speak up and say we don't like this, we hate this, we like this, that will, as long as that matches with them making some revenue, some good things will come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we shall see. I mean, we'll see how far it trickles down to the park. As it's been previously discussed, I think Iger's deferring all that to tomorrow, and I do want to hear what Damar has to say about this. But we shall see about that.
During past D23, I really expected to hear something about Tomorrowland, and I was surprised that there's nothing else yet.
Oh, Jose, man, we talked about that with Sam Carter about 2 weeks afterwards, and we were all disappointed about that. It just was not the D23 that we expected. We got a bunch of fluff, nothing of substance, really. I mean, we got San Fran Tokyo or something is coming. We don't know when that's going to happen.
So excited about that.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say it wrong?
Yeah, you said San Fran Tokyo. It's San Fran Tokyo.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. San Francisco. Are you being serious, Jess?
Oh my God, yes. I love Big Hero 6.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. I mean, I'm curious to see it too. But Jose, when you're there, I mean, everything should be back in full swing. I mean, Indy will be back. Toontown will be open.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for Fifth Call. It should be 13.
Oh, okay.
She's KXFMTNQS.
Of course she is. What else would she be?
Yeah.
Okay, so no, Jose, that actually makes me pretty happy. So what I was talking about with Udi was that it's been 3 years since he and I have done a proper road trip, and I would like to do that. I would like to go down with him, but I was thinking more of like the summer or early because no one wants to go in the summer with me. I don't really care about the heat.
I'll go.
You'll go.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
Udi doesn't care about the heat.
I work in it. I don't care.
Okay.
Should all go. The heat's better than
Yeah, I think Shannon's here.
Well, Shannon needs to. Hey, Shannon, you need to join in the conversation.
I didn't. Hold on.
I just sent her a picture of number 5 Colin with a circle to click on.
Okay.
Jason, we didn't hear you. You were saying something. I didn't hear you, buddy.
I said shit. I'll go because the heat is definitely better than what it would be here.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I've been in your heat. Well, no, when I was there, what was it like 110? And it was fine.
Wait,
It was
where are
fine.
you in Arizona?
Yeah, he's in Phoenix, or just
Okay.
outside of Phoenix. Oh, here we go. We're adding in. Who's this? Is this gonna be 13 coming
That
in?
should be 13.
Okay, this is gonna slightly get out of hand here if Shannon's here.
Oh, she changed her name. She's got it.
Yes.
Hello, 13.
Hello.
There she is.
There she is.
I don't know what's going on.
This is organized chaos is what's going on. We are live right now with the LTP, and we're talking to people in Mexico, talking to people in Arizona. Gary, I assume you're near me, aren't you, Gary? Are you near Sacramento?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were.
Okay. So let me fill you in real quick, 13. We are doing predictions. We are in our prediction part of the program, and so we just asked Jose what his were, and I kind of want to go down to everybody and get everybody's take on this. So
about him coming in September?
No.
Oh.
About what their predictions are coming up, and so Jason was the first one to hop on. So I want to go to Jason first and say like.
Well, technically, Jess was the first person.
No, she doesn't count. She doesn't count. You go at the end.
I'm going to be Jess's prediction. Let me see. I'm going to predict I'm going to go about 14 more times.
And then I'm going to buy all the things, and then
there's a new lounge flight,
and I got to buy that, and then I'm going to Club 33, and I'm going to die when I go there, and then no.
Wow.
She doesn't talk like that often. Anyway, so
I agree with you.
Okay.
Thank you, Gary.
I agree with you, Gary.
What did Gary say? I didn't see it.
Jess lives the life we all want.
I don't want it. I'm good. I'm happy with mine.
I'm happy with mine.
Okay, so Jason, what do you have any predictions for the year coming up?
I don't know predictions, but hopes that we hear something about the People Mover or Tomorrowland. One thing that I miss, and I don't know where they can put this, but Big Thunder Mountain Ranch.
Oh, I love you so much right now.
Yes.
Big Thunder Barbecue.
Or, just a nice barbecue place. We were talking about stuff, barbecue place would be awesome.
Put a pin in that real quick. Gary, have you ever been to the Big Thunder Ranch barbecue?
Yes, it's amazing. Good call, Jason.
Okay. Because Gary, you said you got into Disneyland a little bit later in life. I didn't know at what point that was for you. Okay.
Yep.
In my 20s.
Oh, okay. So are you 25? I have no idea how old you are.
No, it was a long.
Yeah.
It was around the time it became the Disneyland Resort and DCA came.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
For sure. Understand. For sure. Okay. So solid point, Jason.
Yeah. Anything else, Jason?
Not really. I can't think of much right now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Gary, for you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you are
Like
on
Jason,
the spot. Yeah.
Yeah. It's too unpredictable, but I'll just give my hope as well. I hope they announce a full refurb and refresh of Tomorrowland.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this could go down a rabbit hole here, but what do you want to see in Tomorrowland? Just and don't chime in, Udi. What do you want to see, Gary?
Okay. Bring back the. Let me see. Bring back the People Mover.
Yes.
And the Skyway.
Oh,
and,
you're gonna make me cry now.
And get rid of the subs. Just kidding.
Oh.
No, improve the subs.
Okay.
Them.
Yeah, good thing.
I'll take that all day.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
And then we already got Jose.
Oh,
so
Shannon's gone.
Where'd Shannon go?
She'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Jose.
And it was her turn. But Jose already gave his. Or do you have more? Do you have more Jose or no? Do you have any more? Was that 13?
Yeah, it's 13.
Well, I was also expecting that. Well, this year is 100th anniversary of the Disney company.
Correct.
Yes.
So I was expecting probably, D23 is done every other year. COVID, they skipped a year, and I was probably expecting for them to do another D23 this 100th anniversary, but I think it's not. But I predict that they must do something about it really big.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, I agree. And we lost 13 again.
Maybe she's having.
Oh, she said her power was out, so give her a minute.
Oh.
Okay. Well then, we'll wait for her to come back in. Jess, go for it, man. What do you think?
Udi, you go first. I just put a piece of chicken in my mouth.
Okay.
That's what he said?
No, I don't know if that works for that. Okay.
She said?
Okay.
She said?
So,
sorry.
Okay. So here, honestly, here are my predictions with what we're gonna get. I'm gonna be pessimistic isn't the word. I'm gonna be more realistic. I think.
Oh, okay.
I believe that right now, with everything that's going on, with the influx and everything, we're going to have the continued uneven feeling that we've been getting in the park. We get some good, we get some bad. We get things we really freaking love, and we get things that we really freaking hate. And I think it's been a little bit more amplified, I think, because we missed the park for so long, and we are still dealing with our emotions over that. I mean, for all of us who are lovers of the park, we got our respite, our home away from home, our reprieve from the craziness of the world. We got it yanked from us pretty unceremoniously, and we had no say in it. And I think that really jarred and scarred a lot of us, if we really think about it, if we're going to be honest. So I think we're going to get a lot of that. I think we're going to get a lot of up and down. I don't see realistically anything big coming out. I see my predictions are this. We're going to get Indy refurb. I think they're going to they're going to do a good job, but I think they're going to screw up elements of it. I fear that they're going to do it because I still think, because they're in the influx, I think even though that refurb has been needed for years, I think the timing of it now, while I'm very happy it's happening, I think it's bad. I think they should have done it when the park was closed instead of doing it now. The other thing that I see is we're not going to get anything for about Tomorrowland. I'm pretty much over it. I'm pretty much anticipating I'm going to be 90 and on my deathbed and be like, I remember when I was talking about Tomorrowland and they still haven't touched it. The other thing that I think we are going to get is we're going to get the announcement and the full-on closure and announcement of completion for Splash Mountain, the refurb, and everything. That's the things we're going to get. I think we're going to see attendance spike, and I think we're going to see it after the spike. I'm going to say we're going to see it wane. I think with the park being in flux that it is, I think a lot of people are going to be dissatisfied with the overall product and not willing to pay it, and it's going to drop. That is my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen, and I see it already. I think it's going to happen. I already see, even though they're talking about Genie Plus and all these things, like, look, we sold out, I get all that, but I think they're pushing that envelope a little too hard, and I think they're going to push it to a point where it breaks.
Yes.
And I think this year is going to be the year they do that, and then they're going to be like, whoa, okay, sorry, and they're going to pull it back. That's how I'm going to end on the positivity side of it, is that they're going to pull back and realize I think they're going to see a lot of things that they've been, the hole in the swing, what they've been missing, and I think they're going to start moving to correct that. I think by, if not by end of this year, early next year, we will hear about Iger's replacement. Either Iger's replacement or his extension. It's going to be one of those two. I don't see him. I honestly, I think we're going to get an extension of Iger. My opinion. I don't think we're going to.
Do you think they're going to announce it this year?
Yep.
Okay.
I think we're going to get an announcement by end of year or early next year that he's going to get extended another year.
Interesting. That's probably very realistic.
There we go. I'm going to leave that right there.
Yeah.
Mark. Or Jess, are you ready yet or no?
Go ahead, Mark.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, go ahead, Jose.
I don't know if who of you guys could answer me this question, probably Mark, but it's been like over 5 years I've been to the park, and I've heard that the crowds are really crazy. I've been to the parks and between Christmas and New Year's Eve, so I know how the crowds are. I mean, I know how the park feels really crowded, but is it even worse now?
Well, Jess can actually probably answer that better for you since she goes quite often. So, Jess?
No, it's not worse. It feels worse because everybody that gets a park hopper, you cannot park hop until 1. So it feels worse because everybody is congested in that area until at least 1 p.m. Then when everybody that can park hop, that has the park hopper, goes over at 1 o'clock, you're standing in massive lines to get into the secondary park. And everybody's rushing to those attractions in that second park. And it just feels like it is much more overwhelming than it actually is. If you could go back and forth, like all of us have always been able to do since park hoppers have been around, it never felt that way because people could go at their leisure. But now that you're subjected to wait until 1, and then DCA closes at 10, and then everyone's rushing back over for pyro and for Phantasmic, it feels like it's very more cluttered than it is, because since COVID, Disney has not allowed themselves to get at max capacity. And we've all been at max capacity. Well, I mean, a lot of us have. It feels like it's like that right now, and it's not. They are not letting in that amount of people.
Like 3 or 4 rope drops a day?
What was that?
It feels like if there's like 3 or 4 rope drops a day?
Yes. Because everybody's rushing. Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. Yes. And it feels so much more crowded than it really is. And it's really unfortunate. And I mean, and that'll get me to, my predictions / hopes when we get into it. But no, they say that it's more crowded. And then this whole Genie Plus thing is a bunch of garbage.
Sure it is.
People are paying what is it? $20 a person if you want Genie Plus for Rise.
Mm-hmm.
It's this astronomical amount of extra money that you don't need to pay. Like, Disney has never been about paying. I mean, they were paying per ride when back in the day with, e-tickets. But
sure. But Jess, that was back when tickets to the park were like $5.
Mm-hmm.
They were $1.
Or $1, yeah.
But that's different. Now, for a 2-day park hopper, after taxes, I'm paying $365 for 2 days. So you want me to pay $365 for 2 days to go to 2 parks, but I can't get into the second park until 1 o'clock. And then you want me to pay more money if I want to pass the lines for each ride?
Right.
No. I will get a beer in DCA or 2, and I will stand in line for Guardians and drink my beer, 2 beers in 45 minutes, and then I will throw up after I ride the ride. Thank you very much.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. I've had a half a bottle of wine now, so.
Oh.
There you go. All right, Mark.
Predictions for 2023.
Yeah.
Jess will throw up after Guardians. That's your prediction.
That's my guess.
Dude, that's like the norm. We're not even talking about it. That's no earth-shattering thing. Come
on. I think we will see another Disney, a Magic Key announced. I think there's going to be a 5th one. Or that program is going to get retooled. But I think another one will show up sometime in 2023. What it is, I don't know. But I think it's going to be more of the cheaper side of things with more blackout dates. But I think that program needs to get retooled. I agree with Udi. We're not going to get any Tomorrowland news at all this year. Strategically, though, they have to have Toontown opened up first before they can even begin to start talking about Tomorrowland. But we're going to see how that goes. I think that's going to be successful. I think Toontown will be successful. And I agree we're going to get a date for Splash Mountain closure. I'm surprised we haven't yet because
I'm shocked we haven't.
Yeah, shocked. I mean, seriously, we've got, and I'm shocked. It makes me.
Florida does. Florida's the 23rd.
Yeah,
I believe, yeah.
And we don't have one yet.
Right, and that's a bit suspicious to me. But I don't know why. But I think we're going to get that sooner than later. They sort of have to.
I was hoping it was going to be the 28th so that I could stay until like midnight and be the last one in line and ride it one last time.
Oh yeah, that would be very cool.
That was my prediction.
You know, that would have been cool. Like to be able to go like I was the last passenger
person
off that one.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd make a shirt.
I think we're gonna get some more.
Let's talk more of my personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I think we're gonna get more news from Downtown Disney this year. More shops coming in, more knowledge about that. In fact, Wonderground's moving over to ESPN Zone. If you heard that,
Yes, it is.
Oh, you heard that too?
I absolutely did.
Yeah,
that is amazing. Good news.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I don't know, you guys.
What?
ESPN is a massive space.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got to think about that, right? You have an upper level and a lower level for there.
But they can't fill that entire. They
don't need to fill the upper level. They can put a roof, a ceiling, a suspended ceiling over that, and done. You have a lower level, done.
Why? But here we go. Get your popcorn, Mark. That's a waste of space.
Oh yeah, but who cares?
Why? It's a waste of space.
Hold on, time out. What are they doing with it now?
Well, they've done a couple things with it. They've done a couple pop-ups.
Okay, waste of space.
Yeah.
No,
yes,
okay.
Yes and no, Udi. Yes and no.
So
I think it should be a sports-themed restaurant.
No, I don't think that would ever work.
Mark, a sports like a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Or yeah.
Shut your mouth. Anyway,
I'm joking.
No. So no.
Who am I?
You cut that. You make it one floor. You expand it. You make it to a point where you can have active drawing and active artists come in and make it more of a regular thing and have a set area. Done. We're done. You expand inventory. You do that. It's easily done. I bet you I could walk into that space. Both Mark and I, with our experience in retail, can be like, let me lay it out. Let me map it out for you. Here you go.
Okay, so I know you can't see it, but I have my hand raised.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So you want them to just do a single floor.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about the upper level.
Yep.
Okay. That is what they freaking did to Rainforest Cafe for your stupid Star Wars store, Udi.
That store sucks.
Hey, that no.
My God,
Hold on,
that is such a waste of space.
I agree. Okay, wait. Okay, we're not going to go off on this tangent, but you know why they did that? They did that because they had merch they needed to sell. That the park was closed. That's the only reason they did that. That was what they did. And yes,
why have they kept it?
Because I don't know, but that store sucks. I do not like that
sucks.
store. Yeah.
Well,
I don't like that store. Yeah, it is a bad store.
Honestly, what they should do, and we brought this up before, is Funko owns Loungefly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why they don't have.
Why is there not retail space for those two?
Anybody else in here? Do you guys agree? Maybe there should be a Funko shop right there. Anybody?
Yes.
Jose or Jason or Gary, what do you guys think?
For sure, that'd be cool.
Wouldn't that?
For sure. Yeah, it would be cool.
It would kill it too there.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should give me the upstairs and I'll sell my signs.
Hey,
there you go.
Yes.
Well, there's no reason why that can't be like a co-op type of thing where they could do that there. I mean, artists selling their stuff. And
yeah.
Yeah, it's.
And I think this is the problem with certain things that they have a lack of vision, and it bothers me when they do that because here we are.
I think they do. I just think there's budget that constrains.
No,
their
but
vision.
I call shenanigans to the highest order with that because it doesn't matter. Like you can. Okay, ROI,
yes.
over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You make that a viable. So Funko Pop has made a name for it and a niche for itself. It does not go away. Funko Pop is not going away.
No.
For a very long time. They could do that, and like Gary said, they would kill it. Wonderground, until they took it away, was a great place. Celebrating the animation and art is what Disney should be doing. That is where the company began, and for them to not have dedicated space outside of the park is stupid. Mm-hmm. It is ridiculously dumb, and they need to do that.
For sure.
If they combine that, if they made that like upper Funko, lower Wonderground, or Flip Top, I don't even care. That place would be busy 24/7.
Well, just for like Loungefly alone. I mean, holy cow. People go crazy over Loungefly.
And then you think about it, you have exclusives that only can be available there. Holy crap. You know how many people would come for that?
Sure.
Jess would be running down there and be like, I got to go down there. They're going to release the Loungefly.
I mean, I've left the park in one day with 3 freaking Loungeflies.
Yes,
So
yes, you have.
And again,
the possibilities are endless.
Exactly.
All right. And my last prediction is I think there might be some news about the Esplanade. I've been hearing stuff about that, how they might change that up a little bit and add like a fountain or something in the middle.
All right.
That could be interesting.
They already have a fountain in downtown Disney, but whatever.
They do.
Yep.
And that's my prediction.
They have 2.
Yeah. Oh, they do have 2. They do have 2. All right, Jess, you're up. Bring it.
So I think I don't even know, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't have high hopes for this park right now.
Hater.
I think that they're gonna bring back. I think they're gonna up our annual passes or magic keys, whatever you decide to call them. I think they're gonna give us another tier of the magic key.
Yes.
I do agree with Mark with that. I think we're going to get another one. And
you're both wrong.
I personally think that we're going to see the closure of the rest of Hollywood and DCA. I think we're going to see that this year.
We haven't even talked about that.
What?
Yeah.
She wants to close down like.
Okay.
You mean like where Monsters Inc. is over there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I think this year we're going to see the closure of that.
A refurb? A refurb?
Yeah, they're going to make it Marvel. It's going to be Avengers Campus.
Yep. I think that is in the cards. It is in the tea leaves already. I've said it before.
I wonder if Monsters Inc. would be enough space for what they're planning on doing with this e-ticket for Avengers Campus. Or
it would. If you eliminate that whole building and bring it out and get rid of that little stage area.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Udi, the placement of that, I don't know. I don't agree with that.
They hold on, but they would have to pull back into the backstage area and go in that direction too. It wouldn't just be coming out. They'd have to go back.
But there's not a lot of back space.
I know that, but they'd have to occupy it with that, I think.
But there isn't. There isn't anything. Like, that is on the other side of that area is Toy Story, or not Toy Story. It's where Toy Story parking lot, where your buses pick you up.
I know, but I see that.
There's not a lot of room for what they want to do. They will figure it out. Mm-hmm. They always do.
Hyperion goes away.
No. They have a decent amount of space with the Hyperion Theater.
Yeah.
And think about all the room they have with Off the Page and where, Turtle Talk with Crushes and all this stuff. You go down into those 3 different rooms and it goes lower and lower and lower. They have a lot of space down there. What they can do with it or what they want to do with it, I don't know. But that's my main prediction is we're going to see Hollywood. It's going to be shut down. They're going to redo it. They don't have to do a crazy amount. And this is, again, just my thoughts.
Wow.
What?
Gary said, wow.
The buildings, everything looks already like a city. Mm-hmm. It's very superhero-esque. It's very Marvel. It's kind of already in that realm. So I don't know how much they're going to change it as far as the aesthetics go. but we're gonna lose Monster. Like it's within this year, we're gonna lose Monsters Inc. We're gonna lose, Mickey's Philharmonics. We're gonna lose Hyperion Theater. Within this year, that's my major prediction. It's gonna be gone.
Wow.
Well, not gone.
No,
repurposed?
No.
They're gonna be gone.
They're going to be announced that they're going to be gone. I agree with you on that one. I agree.
They just repainted all that stuff over there.
What
was it?
They just repainted Monsters Inc.
Doesn't matter.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, Disney does the dumbest shit and say like half a bottle of wine. Sorry, guys.
No, I agree with you, Jess, on that. I think they're going to announce what's going to go on there because Avengers Campus, for lack of a better way to put it, was a bit of a wah-wah, in my opinion.
It's a total piece of trash.
Well, no, I won't go that far. You're not. If you're not no, I know because you're not a Marvel fan. But for the Marvel fan, the Marvel contingency, it is not it's cool. Even me, who am like a fairly avid Marvel fan, didn't find that much in that area as it is now. So I fully, and I think I've said it before, that they're going to work in that direction, and it makes sense that the Hollywood area will eventually become more an expansion of Avengers Campus, and I think it's the only direction they can go in. And if I really honestly believe if they do not do that Avengers Campus, I will call a failure to an extent.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be a failure. They need one more attraction. They cannot rely on web slingers and Guardians to be the anchors. Guardians alone is an amazing attraction, one of my favorites. But in order for it to be, it will be the anchor of the land, but they need one more, and they need one more that is good. Because let's be real, web slingers ain't it?
No,
it is not it.
Okay. So that sounds like that's all the predictions. I'm getting a lot of noise.
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from.
Okay.
Not me.
Okay. Well, we're rubbing up against 2 hours now, so I think we might call this one good. And I want to thank everyone who joined us tonight, Jason, Gary, Jose, and Shannon. She came and went like the wind. Yes. So we will try to do more of these, I think, now that I think I understand this a little bit better. I might try it on a different platform, but I do love this. I love the idea of having listeners talk amongst each other, and us kind of steer in that direction. What do you think, Udi?
Oh, no, I really like that. I appreciate Gary, Jason, and Jose for hopping on in 13. And, I think we're going to do more of these. I think it's great. I love having I always like interacting with our listeners, and it's better when we can actually do it in real time instead of trying to do something through a text or a message here or an Instagram post or whatever. So having this live, that's why I enjoy doing the Instagram lives before we go on, because we have an active interaction with you guys, and I really like it. So we're gonna. Yeah, I definitely agree that we're going to continue to tool this and make this better, because having you guys call in was great, and if we can make this bigger and grow it, it would make me really happy.
There you go. Yeah. Excellent. So if you want to find out more about the show, you can go to leavingtodaypodcast.com. Click on the link there for any of our information as far as Patreon and T-shirts. We make it super simple for you to get that. Also on Instagram, that's probably our most visible one. For there, it's Leaving Today Podcast, and we have a link tree that has all those things on there as well. Jess, where can people find you? If you want
on my brand new couch.
There you go. Jess is on her brand new couch.
I'm sorry. You meant on social media.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Let's see here. My Instagram is Storybook Jess. My Facebook is Jessica Farfan. And my Snapchat code is somewhere way down on the bottom of my Instagram. And I do not tweet, which I should start doing because I support the people that do that now.
There you go. Udi, for more witty banter, where can people find you?
You can find me on my other podcast, would be The Mando Show. We are recording this next week because the Bad Batch dropped this week, and that
today, right?
Yeah, it dropped today.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
It was better than what I was hoping.
Okay.
Anticipated. But yeah, we do cover we do cover Disney, Star Wars basically over there, and that is with my brother, good friend Joe, and Chad. Then you can also find me on my socials, which are Haxgoalie, Haxgoalie, which is Instagram, and you can find me on Twitter because, like Jess said, Elon did it, and I'm back on that platform.
Okay, guys. I'm not hate to do this, but we just got a notice saying this is going to end in a minute.
Yeah.
The live stream. So I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your evening to spend 2 hours with us to talk about stuff. We appreciate it beyond words. We're going to do more of this in the future, but now we know we're limited to about 120 minutes or so.
Yep.
So now we know that. So we got to be a little more concerning of time. That's my fault. But again, thank you out there for listening.
Yep.
We love you. We see you in the parks. Adventures out there.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disneyland is now ended its normal operating day. We hope you enjoyed your visit to the Magic Kingdom and that the memories you've made will bring you back again soon.
Somebody take these. How many of these?
Mark.
No.
They're going in the trash.
Mark.
That's a cool box, I'm not going to lie.
Your daddy hates me.
Too bad you guys aren't sticking around for tacos after this.
I have a full rack of ribs in the fridge. I'm ready. I got lasagna in the fridge.
In the fridge?
Yeah, I haven't made it yet.
Oh, you have to cook it?
I have to cook it.
That takes like 4 hours.
Let's get going because I got tacos waiting for me.
Oh,
I'm going. Am I coming over or no?
No.
Right.
Put your phone away from your stuff.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.
Can we do that again?